Hey guys, what's up? So, welcome to the first episode of another series, which is still Codecademy walkthrough, but it's gonna be website making. So we're gonna build Airbnb's homepage. Okay, now this is like kind of a preview and review of what you're up to. I mean, like what you're gonna do. Okay, and then review like tells you everything about it. So, introduction. Web pages are created using HTML and CSS. What do these languages do? HTML is used to establish a page's structure. It also lets us add text, links, and images. CSS is used to control the design and layout of the page. Like tap each button to see what happens when you add in HTML and CSS. So this is like just plain HTML and the HTML and CSS. Look at this. Way better. This is what we're gonna make. HTML elements. HTML elements are the building blocks of web pages. The web page to the right is made up of a collection of HTML elements. Each element is outlined in blue and labeled with its name. HTML elements describe each piece of content on the web page so that the web browser knows how to display it. The next few cards will cover 5 common HTML elements. So yeah, here it is: UL, H1, P, H2, IMTA. Heading elements, yeah, we already know. So, headings are described by heading elements. There are 6 levels of heading elements, H1 to H6. H1 is used to describe the main heading of the page. Opening tag, closing tag, text that the user can see. Now, I'm going over this with you guys as a review. Change the text of H1 element from find a place to say to this is the main heading. I'm getting changed. This is the main heading. Got it. P is similar to a news article or a Word document. Headings in the web page are usually followed by paragraphs. In HTML, paragraphs are described by paragraph elements or P elements. Opening tag, a text the user can see, and closing tag. Below the H1 element, create a P element with the text rent from people in over 34,000 cities and 192 countries. So there. A. The defining feature of the web is the presence of links. Clicking on links leads to other web pages. The A element is used to create links. The A element is similar to the H1 or P elements, but it has 2 key differences. First, it has an href attribute, which equals the website you want to link to. Second, you can choose the link text that users see on the page. So here's the attribute name. Here's the attribute value, link text. First change the link address to https://www.airbnb.com/locations. Then change the text to learn more. There, got it. IMG. In addition to headings and paragraphs, a web page can have images. The IMG element is used to add images to a page. The IMG element has an attribute inside the opening IMG tag named SRC. The SRC attribute has the address of the image. So here's the attribute name and image address. Change the image address to https glue.gl/mbnqbl. There. UL and LI. In addition to paragraphs and images, content can be presented as lists. In HTML, a bulleted list is describing is described using a UL element. Each item in the list is placed inside with a LI element. So opening UL tag, closing UL tag, list elements. So change the first LI element from brand to home. Change the browse to about. HTML and body. Here's an example of a real web page. Everything inside a web page is nested in the HTML element. The body element contains the actual content of the web page. Everything nested inside the body and the opening and closing body tags shows up in the web browser. The doc type at the start of the HTML file tells the browser which version of HTML you are using. The doc type is not an HTML element, so it doesn't have a closing tag. The doc type ensures that your web page displays consistently when it's visited from different browsers. Okay, great job. Congratulations, you completed the HTML section. Next, you'll start building the Airbnb webpage. To do this, we'll take you to a new environment where you can start coding. So here it is. So here is everything. Here's the so this is like everything. Like this is the editor. Yeah, this is how I like to do, use it. Like for indentation, I do 2 spaces. So navigation 1. We just learned about 5 HTML elements. Now let's see how to use them together to start creating the Airbnb homepage. Let's start by adding a navigation menu to the page. This can be done by writing a UL element inside the body element. A UL element creates a element describes a bulleted list. Each item in the list is placed inside an LI element. Each LI is nested inside the UL tags, as represented by 2 spaces. On line 6, change the LI element text to your name. So I'm gonna do Michael. And then on line 7, add another LI element. With the text browse. Navigation 2. Nice work. Now let's add another UL element to the page with a few more menu instructions. After closing the closing UL tag, add another UL element. Inside the UL tags, add an LI element with the text sign up. So UL LI sign up. Well, I like to have login before sign up. Well, kind of. So login. Add a third LI element with the text help. So right now we're creating the navigation bar, as you might notice. Wrap with a div. Cool, we just created a minimal navigation bar for the web page. To stay organized, let's wrap the UL elements with 2 divs, like this. So nav container. So the container contains the UL, so div with the class nav. Paste div, and here it will be container div So now indentation is very important. A div element groups other elements together into sections of the web page, such as navigation bar, the main body, and the footer. By the way, we're gonna use Bootstrap to style this also. And by the way, instead of container, I like to use it as wrapper. And yeah. The outer div class nav groups the elements into the navigation bar section of the web page. The inner div class container tags wraps the contents in a container. We will use both classes in the next section to style the navigation bar. Wrap the UL elements with two divs. Okay, that's what we did. Large feature. Nice work. We've used UL elements to create a minimal navigation bar and use divs to organize it into its own section. Now let's add a large feature and a subtitle using a p element. After the closing div tag, add an element that says find a place to stay. Now h1 element that says find a place to stay. And then after the p element, after the h1 header, we have to add a p element that says rent from people in over 34,000 cities and 192 countries. 34,000. Cool. Wrap with the div. Nicely done. As before, let's group this large feature with two divs to stay organized like this. The outer div class Jumbotron, I like to use it as main and then wrapper again. Groups the element into the large feature section of the web page. The inner div container element wraps the contents in the container. We will use both classes in the next section to style the large feature. So we need to do that. Since this is just Codecademy, I'll just not do like main then wrapper. So we need to give this a class of Jumbotron. This is like the main content since it's like big main. Div class container. Change the code. Supporting content 1. Great work. We're definitely making good progress. Below the Jumbotron, let's add a piece of supporting content. The piece will have an H3, a P, and an A like this. Okay. The H3 describes the subheading. The P adds a description. The A provides a link. All three elements are grouped together using a div to keep things organized. Under the Jumbotron's closing div tag, add a supporting content with the following elements. In the instructions, it doesn't say to make a div, so I'm gonna start with the H3 heading. Travel. So there it is. A P element that says from apartments and rooms to tree houses and boats. Stay in unique spaces in 192 countries. Hide P element with a element nested inside. So another P element, but there has to be a tag nested inside. That says see how to travel on Airbnb. And the href attributes value has to be pound key or hashtag. That's like nothing. Like it's like taking place for like no, yeah, like it's like null in Java. Wrap everything in a div. Now you're telling me this. So a div indentation is very important. Okay, there. Supporting content number 2. Excellent. Now let's add 2 more pieces of supporting content, each having the same structure as before. Okay, so after the div, we need to have 2 more of these. You know what? I think it's gonna be easier if I just copy and paste this 2 times now. This might be a little confusing. So here was the first one. Here's the second. Now, this one it says host renting out. I'm copying and pasting this time. Copy. And paste. And then learn more about hosting. And then here, trust and safety. Trust and safety. From verify. Now, yeah, that's the value in here. So, yeah. In here, yeah, looking better than from before. Wrap with the div. As before, let's group all 3 pieces of supporting content with divs like this. So in here, div class learn more div. So at the end, div div with the container and then here learn more, another div class container okay, and then the last one, class learn more div class container Okay, yeah. A little more organized code there. Really? Place the supporting content. Wait, what? Oh, really? Seriously? There's another div there. So, there has to be. I'm guessing. You've gotta be kidding me. Div, so what I just did was to the host thing. div. 57. Good. Congratulations. Congratulations, you created your first web page from scratch, but the page is just text and it looks a little boring. Next, let's learn how to add style to the page using CSS instructions. Click Save and Submit Code to continue. So yeah, there, that does look a little boring. Yeah. So yeah, we did about a quarter of it, less than 4% less. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Please subscribe, please like. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye-bye.